This is what we got to live every day. Let's make sure we stay true to who we are. The worst thing for us is to not play hard, not play together. The way we play together is with humility and pride. Pride in what we do. That's where you get it, all right? You guys have worked hard. You're ready. Let's go do it together for 40 minutes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where's what we work 1, 2, 3. Attitude.
Inside Villanova Basketball with Jay Wright is brought to you by UPS, by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, proud sponsors of Villanova Wildcats basketball, by Ollie's Bargain Outlet, good stuff cheap, by the Villanova University Office of Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program, and by Plymouth Country Club.
Folks, I never met anyone who didn't love a bargain.
I shop at Ollie's. You?
I shop at Ollie's for the deals.
Well, I shop at Ollie's because they have real brands at real bargain prices.
New shipments and deals arrive every day.
You never know what you're going to find or who you're going to see.
I shop at Ollie's. Do you?
You're going to love the bargains you get. I guarantee it.
Ollie's! Good stuff, cheap!
For the past 2 seasons, a tradition of excellence has been building at the Wells Fargo Center. As champions have been crowned, you can be a part of history as the Villanova Wildcats continue their run, seeking a 3rd straight Big East title. But tickets are limited. Act now to get the best seats for the biggest games of the year and be there for the next great moment. Villanova basketball at the Wells Fargo Center. Passion guaranteed.
Just in time for the holidays, your Quality Plus Ford store is giving you more. During the Ford Holiday Sales Event, get a 2016 Ford Escape with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash. Or lease for just $179 a month. It's the best gift ever. For a limited time, Ford, America's best-selling brand, gives you 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash on a 2016 Escape, or lease for just $179 a month. During the Ford Holiday Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford store.
If you're a Delaware Valley golfer looking for the perfect place to call home, come take a look at Plymouth Country Club, located minutes west of Center City, Philadelphia, in beautiful Plymouth Meeting. This superior design will challenge your game and soothe your spirit. The clubhouse includes banquet facilities for up to 300, the perfect location for your wedding or special event. Plymouth Country Club offers a private club experience at a daily fee price, with membership starting at just $260 a month. Call or visit us on the web before this special offer disappears.
People ship all kinds of things.
But what if that thing is a few 100,000 doses of flu vaccine?
That need to be kept at 41 degrees.
While being shipped to a country where it's 90 degrees. In the shade.
Sound hard? Yeah.
Does that mean people in Laos shouldn't get their vaccine?
We didn't think so.
From figuring it out to getting it done.
We're here to help.
Take a look around the practice floor at the Davis Center these days, and you'll see a familiar face watching from the sidelines.
The title of my job is Director of Student Athlete Development, and that consists of a wide variety of things. I think mainly just being in contact with our players throughout the day about our schedule with team practices, team meetings, and individual workouts. Also just basically doing whatever I can to help the coaching staff with scouts, video, not being able to basically be on the court with our guys for workouts, but vocally being there to support them. I've had a little bit more responsibilities with film and just our team breakdowns. Going in, there was going to be some of that, but not as much as I've recently taken upon, and it's actually been an awesome experience. I'm really learning just the ins and outs of being able to break things down, and it also helps me with our team and the things that we run offensively and defensively.
Well, this position, Director of Player Development, was created by our alumni who gave money for this position to help guys to transition from being a professional player into being a coach. The job is you develop the Villanova players, but you're also developing yourself as a former player to figure out what coaching's all about. I think Mike is finding this is a lot different. I didn't know what you guys were doing when we were back at the dorms resting after practice, but I think he loves it. I think he loves being a part of the guys' lives, separate from basketball. He loves the game, but he loves being a part of their lives.
You know, just my outlook on coaching, you always just see coaches come into the gym and get you ready for practice and games. But the behind the scenes work is a whole nother level, and you have to really be dedicated and you have to love it. You know, each and every day I come into work, just seems like the day flies by because I'm enjoying it, you know, I'm doing things that I love, and I'm learning at such a high level.
Nardi proved in his playing days he was a quick study, because he had to be.
We promised him we were going to redshirt him. He was thin and wiry. He wanted the redshirt. We couldn't. We had to play him right away. And he just fought through everything. And he brought to us and his teammates a work ethic off the practice court where we work really hard in the weight room, in the classroom, on the practice court. He took it to another level and taught Randy Foy, Alan Ray, Kyle Lowry how to take time after practice and work on your game by yourself. So he's really impacted his program incredibly on and off the court.
After more than 1,300 points and 400 assists at Villanova, Mike's talents were on display for an 8-year professional career in Italy. A string of injuries slowed him down and brought him back home. But the love of the game never waned.
Early on as a player, you feel like you can play forever, you know? And then it got to that point where looking to see what I wanted to do in the next chapter of my life, and there's no other place I'd rather be besides on the basketball court. It's my passion, it's my love, and it's always been in my life. So for me, just being able to continue that at a place where tradition runs really deep.
Mike's former head coach and current boss would have it no other way.
You know, he wants our guys who have played here to always know that they have a spot back home here with our team, and no matter what it is and what's going on, you know, he's always there to help you. And this has jump-started some great careers with, obviously, Curtis Sumter now with the Philadelphia 76ers and Jason Frazier with the Phoenix Suns. Brooke Sales is now doing individual skill work, and he's building his brand. So this position has really jump-started a lot of coaching careers, and I hope it does the same for myself.
His role is very valuable to us. I mean, he's just another guy that played here, a great player, played on great teams. He knows what it takes to win, so any advice we all can get from Nardi, personally or anything, it's extremely valuable.
Mike is a great asset in that the players now know the history. They know what the coaches want from them. And then they have Mike Nardi on the side, kind of off the court, that always can relate to them as a player, as an alum, and as a coach. And they get a different feel. He's still close enough to being a player. They watch him when he comes back in the summer. They've played against him. So his reference point to them a lot of times can be a lot more impactful than the coaches.
Even while rehabbing 3 years ago, Nardi's example was held up as the standard.
You see how Nardi talks like this? You're close to that. I'm telling you, you're close to doing that. You just get to the next level, man. That's not a gift from God, dude. He just chooses every day to come in here and talk like that, man. I'm telling you, man. Just his passion. You have that same passion. We all have our gifts we're given, right? But that's a choice. And then look how everybody reacts off this. That everybody else plays like that.
When you've been around the game for as long as I have and, you know, played at such a high level, you feel like you have things that you can share on the court. But I think it's extremely important off the court to be able to relate to guys and to kind of be that mediator between, you know, the coaching staff and the players, and get a feel for what our guys are thinking, what I can help them with. But again, I think for me as a coach, it's also allowing me to learn the other side of it, which is the administrative side, and getting used to scouting reports and film and things that just go on a daily basis in running a program.
Nards, none against Delaware, right? Right? You tell me every game.
Hearing his coach's voice is familiar, but wearing a jacket and tie on the bench tells Mike that a lot of things have changed.
There's always that when he looks down the bench, I'm ready to jump in there, you know? But it's really exciting being on the bench before the game, during the game. because there's no other feeling like it, you know, and just being able to watch our guys day in, day out, prepare for the games during practice and get better each and every day, and then to really see it unfold on the court, you know, really just always brings me back to when I was here and all the hard work that we put in to be a very successful program.
With the card most accepted by top doctors and specialists, you have the compassion and security of Blue Cross, giving you the strength to drive forward. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Planning your organization's next meeting or event, consider the Villanova University Office of Conference Services. You'll find state-of-the-art meeting facilities, award-winning dining services, modern guest apartments, professional one-stop planning assistance, and a convenient location right on the prestigious Villanova campus. Call us at 610-519-7580 or visit us at conferenceservices.villanova.edu. Villanova University Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program.
Just in time for the holidays, your Quality Plus Ford store is giving you more. During the Ford Holiday Sales Event, get a 2016 Ford Escape with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash. Or lease for just $179 a month. It's the best gift ever. For a limited time, Ford, America's best-selling brand, gives you 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash on a 2016 Escape, or lease for just $179 a month. During the Ford Holiday Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford store.
Folks, I never met anyone who didn't love a bargain.
I shop at Ollie's. You?
I shop at Ollie's for the deals.
Well, I shop at Ollie's because they have real brands at real bargain prices.
New shipments and deals arrive every day.
You never know what you're going to find or who you're going to see.
I shop at Ollie's. Do you?
You're going to love the bargains you get. I guarantee it.
Ollie's! Good stuff, cheap!
For the past 2 seasons, a tradition of excellence has been building at the Wells Fargo Center. As champions have been crowned, you can be a part of history as the Villanova Wildcats continue their run, seeking a 3rd straight Big East title. But tickets are limited. Act now to get the best seats for the biggest games of the year and be there for the next great moment. Villanova basketball at the Wells Fargo Center. Passion guaranteed. There aren't many sophomores in the country who've had the opportunities Phil Booth has. The reigning Big 5 Rookie of the Year was part of a team last year that won 33 games, including the Big East regular season and tournament titles. But if it's opportunity we're talking about, there may be much more on the horizon.
I think Phil Booth, in the end, could be one of the great Villanova guards of all time.
It starts with Phil's demeanor and a steely-eyed determination that also serves a purpose.
I learned that a long time ago, you know, just never let the defense or opponent see any type of weakness or any type of, like, they have an advantage on you. Always even keel, always not think about myself, think about the other team, think about my teammates, and just try to play the game, you know, not trying to think too much about what's going on around me or what the score is. Just focus on what we're doing as a team and what can help us win the game.
Phil, you know what I'm talking about?
He wasn't.
What?
He was like getting past him.
It doesn't matter. The forward will take him in the middle. You take the next pass, right?
You can't rile him up. You can't get him down. He's got a great confidence about him. And our job with him now and our challenge is to make that into an assassin's mentality. You're on the attack all the time, and you're influencing your teammates, and you're intimidating your opponent.
Use it. Use it. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. One. He could do that all day. He could do that all day.
Booth's coaches aren't really surprised. He's been doing that for his entire basketball career, from his high school days in Baltimore as the Prep Player of the Year through his freshman season in the Big East. Phil has always had that knack.
Knowing how to get to the rim and knowing how to finish, you can't think of it before you get there because you don't know what the defense is going to do. So it's kind of instinct. You got to just feel it out and you got to just, whatever you do, be aggressive. You know, you just got to be aggressive, which you don't know. If you probably go shy and timid, probably good things will happen. But if you're aggressive and have like the will, most of the time good things happen.
Even with all that talent, coming off the bench is the role he's largely been asked to fill in his first 2 seasons, a role Booth understands better than most.
You gotta think of the big picture and gotta be unselfish. You gotta think about the great things a team full of very talented guys can do and how far you can get. And you realize that when you came in, though, like, this is a very unselfish program and you play for each other. It's not about just yourself. You play for the betterment of the team. You do things that help the team win. So we all realize this is a great opportunity for a great team.
If he forgets, his roommate, the reigning Big East 6th Man of the Year, always has some ready advice.
Go out and have fun. You know, no matter what, you're gonna play. You know, it's not like, you know, it's either you don't start or you play 0 minutes. You know, you're gonna play. You're gonna be able to impact the game, you know, in a positive way. And if you do that on the Coach Wright, you're gonna play. And when you play, you're able to put yourself in a position to score, to rebound, you know, to defend, to do all those, all those things that you want to do. So you're going to be a vital part of this team. And at the end of the day, that's the biggest part.
Lessons learned from his adopted brothers. The game learned as a kid at home.
I learned everything I know from my dad, from when I touched basketball, and he kept a great distance to me where I still love the game. You know, it wasn't like a force on me. It was something I loved to play. Like, I wanted to play the game. It wasn't anything he put on me. He taught me everything I know. He taught me how to dribble, shoot. So everything I learned came from my dad.
There's a lot of really talented guys. He's one of them. But very few come in mature off the court, mature academically, fundamentally sound on the court. He's got a great support system around him who basically tell us, you're the coach now, he's going to do what you tell him to do. That's so rare in college athletics now. And now it's our job to take that and build something special, and it's Phil's job too, and I think we're on the road to doing that.
The numbers don't lie. Booth has seen his minutes, points, rebounds, and assist averages all increase by a wide margin in the early part of the year. And the explosive plays, moments that stop opponents in their tracks or leave them lying on the floor, are part of a complete player who's growing in his basketball journey each day.
He's aggressive on offense. He's great on defense. He guards, the best guard on the other team when he needs to. So he does everything for us.
Booth came to Villanova with one of the team's core values already a part of him. But another Wildcat mantra, attitude, is rapidly becoming a word Phil lives by.
It's things that are really out of your control that you can't really control, and you're just like, man, you gotta move on. Attitude, you gotta handle it the right way and respond the right way, and you gotta move on and learn from it. I mean, probably happens more in life than it does on the basketball court, to be honest with you. So I think it's just one of those things that is very valuable that I'll take with me for the rest of my life, how important it is, and it helps you handle situations betterly and situations and learn from them, just like we do on the court and off the court. It's a very valuable lesson.
For now, Booth can concentrate on making himself better every day, knowing the staff has the bigger and smaller picture in mind as well.
He's got all the tools, and what we have to do as coaches is be really careful with his development, because he'll do anything for the team, and we got to make sure that he becomes exceptional and not blend in with the team. It's a really unique challenge for us. Rarely do you get guys that talented that are mostly interested in the team's success. So there's a balance there that we've got to be really careful with as a coaching staff.
Folks, I never met anyone who didn't love a bargain.
I shop at Ollie's. You?
I shop at Ollie's for the deals.
Well, I shop at Ollie's because they have real brands at real bargain prices.
New shipments and deals arrive every day.
You never know what you're going to find or who you're going to see.
I shop at Ollie's. Do you?
You're going to love the bargains you get. I guarantee it.
Ollie's! Good stuff, cheap!
If you're a Delaware Valley golfer looking for the perfect place to call home, come take a look at Plymouth Country Club, located minutes west of Center City, Philadelphia, in beautiful Plymouth Meeting. This superior design will challenge your game and soothe your spirit. The clubhouse includes banquet facilities for up to 300, the perfect location for your wedding or special event. Plymouth Country Club offers a private club experience at a daily fee price, with membership starting at just $260 a month. Call or visit us on the web before this special offer disappears.
With the card most accepted by top doctors and specialists, you have the compassion and security of Blue Cross, giving you the strength to drive forward. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
If you're planning your organization's next meeting or event, consider the Villanova University Office of Conference Services. You'll find state-of-the-art meeting facilities, award-winning dining services, modern guest apartments, professional one-stop planning assistance, and a convenient location right on the prestigious Villanova campus. Call us at 610-519-7580 or visit us at conferenceservices.villanova.edu. Villanova University Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program.
Just in time for the holidays, your Quality Plus Ford store is giving you more. During the Ford Holiday Sales Event, get a 2016 Ford Escape with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash. Or lease for just $179 a month. It's the best gift ever. For a limited time, Ford, America's best-selling brand, gives you 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash on a 2016 Escape, or lease for just $179 a month. During the Ford Holiday Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford store.
Alvin Williams, like his former teammates and anyone who's worn the Villanova uniform, past and present, make up the fabric of the program.
Our history defines us, and our history also impacts our current team. If you're on this team, you realize that there's a lot of great guys that came before us and a lot of great teams that came before us. And we have a responsibility to play up to that level, but we also have to have a humility about our part in all of this. Always remembering those guys, teaching these guys about that history really impacts our current team, and I think in a very positive way.
Alvin came to Villanova as a young man who learned to be tough, playing the game in his hometown of Philadelphia.
We were playing the Sunny Hill League. We'd be down McGonigal Hall. We'd get booed. People would be outside waiting for us if we didn't play. Like, you get heckled to the sub, you get heckled to your car. So you always grew up like being under the microscope. So you had to play at a certain expectation. And I'm sure it's like that in other cities. But this place right here, you can identify a Philadelphia player, whether it's Kobe Bryant, whether it's Kyle Lowry, whether it's a Rasheed Wallace, whether it's whoever it is. Those players, they come with a certain attitude that is unmatched.
But Williams' attitude needed a little boost as a freshman when the 1994 regular season was done.
When Coach Lapp told us that we were playing at NIT, we were dejected. We were like, I remember walking around campus trying to fake injuries, like, I'm hurt, I don't want to play. So those things, but once the practice started, once the game plan went in, once we won our first game against Canisius, and then we played Xavier, and then or Duquesne and Xavier, it was rolling there, and then we just had the confidence. We were like, yo, we're in this. And that was our NCAA tournament. That was our Final Four of the Garden. That was every situation. And Lapp did a great job motivating us every single time we stepped on that court. It was unbelievable.
Villanova, as great a basketball tradition as we have, and it's a great tradition. 3 Final Fours, NCAA championship. We've never won this. People don't get the opportunity to be champions. They just don't. That's the way it is in all sports. And now you sit here and you got that opportunity to win a major championship tonight.
The 1994 NIT title was historic and filled with iconic images that no Wildcat fan will soon forget. And it was a building block for a young team that would win the Big East title in the same building the following year. under the guidance of Steve Lapis.
He taught me how to play. You know, you get the basics from home and my dad and other coaches, but Lapis taught me that you always have more to give. You always have more, even when you thought you were tired, even when you thought you couldn't learn anymore. And he got the most out of you. I wasn't the spotlight player. I wasn't the guy, but I had to be the guy that had to do other things and had to dig deeper than what's on the surface in order to get the best out of me. And he taught me that. He taught me how to play without the basketball. He taught me to play on different levels. So without him and without our team, I wouldn't have had the NBA career that I had because I went in there with a certain mindset and a certain work ethic.
That career reached its high point in the 2001 NBA playoffs. Williams averaged almost 14 points and 4 assists per game.
All the hard work, all the stuff that I learned in college, everything that had me being patient, and then it just came to light with that series, and then my career pretty much from a confidence standpoint just took off. You credit that to everything that happened before. Coach Lapis, my high school coach, Coach Finnerty, all those things. So it was a great time. It was a wonderful time.
It was also fun to look back on his playing days, specifically Villanova's dominance of North Carolina in 1996, something Alvin could point out to his Raptors teammate, Vince Carter.
All the time. I said, we beat you guys twice that year, but he had 2 of the most monstrous dunks. Some things that just a freshman wasn't supposed to do. And then get an opportunity to play against him and just, you know, tease him a little bit. But I got mine in return when we lost to Cal, so I played against some players. So yeah, we always talk about it.
Williams is more than a former Wildcat. He is a big part of the program's history, with a street cred that still holds up in the locker room today.
He played in the NBA when those guys watched the NBA, so they know what a great player he is, but they don't know what his personality was back then. They just see now a really affable, fun-loving, respected guy who is humble about his success and his part in Villanova basketball's history. So it's everything you want our guys to see, that go on to be successful, be a killer on the court, but off the court, be a humble gentleman.
A fine example set by a man who got as much as he continues to give back.
I've come from a very close-knit family my whole life. My mom, dad, my 2 sisters. So I knew what that feeling was like. And I know once I stepped on campus and I knew John Haynes already, Coach Lapis showed a lot of interest. And when I first got to the first team meal and just being recruited, I was very comfortable. You know, when you're born into a family, it's a learned behavior. How are you going to treat your family, how you respond to family. Being a part of this, especially being an old retired player, you always want to feel like you're a part of something, because your whole life you've been a part of teams, you've been a part of practice and something that's considered family. Jay says it over and over. This is the best place for a kid to come because there's so much that it offers so much.
Inside Villanova Basketball with Jay Wright is brought to you by UPS, by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, proud sponsors of Villanova Wildcats basketball, by Ollie's Bargain Outlet, good stuff cheap, by the Villanova University Office of Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program, and by Plymouth Country Club.